Do you know the difference between if and only if? Well, in 2019, on the TMUA Paper 2, candidates were tested on exactly this. We're asked to decide which one of these four statements is true, given that only one of them is true, and exactly one of them is true. So, first let's remind ourselves what if and only if and if mean, in the sense of mathematical logic. A if B means B implies A. Read it as A is true if B is true. So if B is true, then A is true. So B implies A in symbols. A if and only if B means both A implies B and B implies A. Both of these things have to be true for A if and only if B to be true. So, just with this knowledge, we should already be able to cross off two of these options. What are they? Well, the truth of statement A implies the truth of statement B, because if is a interior condition to if and only if. So given that only one of them is true, it can't be A, because if A were true, then two of them at least would be true. Similarly with C. So we're left with just two possible answers. The statement is true if x is bigger than 1, and the statement is true if x is bigger than 2. And to decide between these, let's draw a cheeky little number line. This is 1, and this is 2. So this region will be x bigger than 2. And this region, which I'll just draw slightly on top, will be x bigger than 1. Now, imagine the statement's true for all x bigger than 1. Then, since the green interval is a subset of the red interval, it must also be true for all x bigger than 2. Every number bigger than 2 is also bigger than 1. So, B implies D. Conversely though, if it's true for all x bigger than 2, it might not be true for 1.5 or 1.8. We don't know. So D does not necessarily imply B. Therefore, the answer is D. The only one of those statements that can be true on its own is D.